What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Row 206 back here with another episode of Hanging with the Bruh. And as always, my best friend, my co-pilot, the number two, the peanut to my jelly, all that good stuff. The Keymaster 84.
Holla holla.
Dude, I should it should be your hype man when you become a famous rapper.
Dude, when I become a famous rapper.
Yeah, buddy.
So when pigs fly, I swap for a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, whatever. We're not talking about your lack of rapping ability. But anyway, guys,
That's I mean,
on today's episode of Hanging with the Bruh, we're going to be bantering about the decision that, isn't it Ubisoft?
yes.
Ubisoft has made,
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, whatever, the decision that Ubisoft has made to not release an Assassin's Creed in the year 2016, which will be the first time in the last, what, 6 years? 7 years.
Okay, so to put it in a the way it makes sense. So they are releasing other titles this year, but it's a part of their Chronicles series. It's not a part of their um, mainline mainline story.
So they're doing spin off video games, not the actual Assassin's Creed itself.
Right. Exactly.
But they're still
Exactly.
releasing games that have to do with Assassin's Creed.
On the whole, yes. Yeah.
Preparation H
Yeah.
does feel
But
good on the
they're
whole.
exactly. But there will be no main storyline Assassin's Creed this year. So there will be no syndicate style game this year.
Okay, all I'm saying is I didn't know all that. So basically, they're still releasing Assassin's Creed content this year.
Yeah, but the games are 2D side scroller. Um, they're nowhere near the level, not even in the same ballpark type situation.
But it's still Assassin's Creed content. See, had I known that, I don't think this is as big of a story as if they weren't releasing any Assassin's Creed content.
That is still a big story though, because you got to think about how much money they make off of every single year coming out with an Assassin's Creed game.
I don't know. I heard Unity sucked.
Unity did. I mean, Unity is not. I mean, Unity is one of those games. It's kind of like falling in the same way that Master Chief, um, Master Chief set fell into, where it got a bad rap and then it kept its bad rap.
Yeah.
Now the big thing about this is that one, it's going to be in China. Not China. Sorry, that's one of the spinoffs. It's sorry. It's hard to keep everything straight when it comes to
Yeah,
this.
you know way more about this series than I do anyway. So.
Yeah. So it is. It is going to be. It's still gonna. They're still gonna have. When it comes back in 2017, it will be taking place in Egypt. It'll be the first time though that anything's predated the first game,
Okay.
which is more the bigger news than anything else.
Right, and I think
So
I knew that the whole Egypt thing was a big deal, which I thought in the first place is
it's a
why
huge deal.
they were holding it off for a year so they could make sure to get it right.
Yeah, and so my big thing on this is two things. One, I think is a great move by them because there has been a lot of franchise fatigue when it comes to this particular franchise because it has been coming out so often.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not like a sports game or a first-person shooter where they just rely on their online prowess to save them. Though Assassin's
right,
Creed has tried to make a multiplayer for themselves, it's more for the story than it is for the multiplayer.
and totally agree with you on that situation. Now, one thing you do have to keep in mind too is I'm not a big fan of how this came out personally. I would have rather have liked to have had a full blown announcement E3 of Ubisoft's big stage, and they're showing this thing. You're like, oh great, it's just going to be another Assassin's Creed title. blah, 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 blah. Because that's exactly what would have been going through
Big
your head.
fat red circle with the cross through it. No, you don't
Yeah,
get
you
it.
know. But yeah, then if they had been like, oh, yeah, this isn't coming out for another year, how much more jacked would you have been for it? You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
I
I
think
feel
for
like,
I think for hardcore people who follow the series like game by game, like you do, and a lot of other people do, it would be a huge statement to come out with a huge press release like that. But
yeah,
they
and
chose not to, and it's almost like the information got leaked through smaller venues or smaller outlets.
well, no, it got leaked on Kotaku, and Kotaku. This is the third game now that they've gotten leaked to them. So obviously, someone's on the Kotaku payroll at Ubisoft. Um, but yeah, this is the third game in a row because they leaked Unity, they leaked um, Syndicate, they leaked every other one when it comes to this franchise somehow. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it is Ubisoft's fault. They really should have gotten a better, tighter lid on the situation. But at the same time, I mean, I just think I don't know. I feel like it was spoiled a little bit personally.
Yeah,
I think the
I could see that.
Crester would have been awesome, but it is what it is.
Well,
But
especially if you think about Ubisoft as a whole, what other major titles do they have coming out? None. Assassin's Creed is what's keeping them afloat.
the new Ghost Recon looks really awesome.
I will admit, you're right. The new Ghost Recon looks. You know what other? I mean, not to get sidetracked on this topic, but you know what else looks good? The new, the new Rainbow Six game.
Yeah, Siege. Hmm.
I was a
Yeah,
huge
no,
fan
I
of
mean,
Vegas. I was a huge fan of Vegas.
yeah, and I just there's and they have Far Cry this year, Far Cry Primal,
Oh, that's right.
the
That
other
one
big
looks
game
good
this year.
too, though.
So I mean, it's not like they don't have games coming out this year, guys. So don't panic. Don't feel too bad for Ubisoft. They're gonna
Don't jump off the bridge. It's
pocketbooks
gonna
will
be
be
okay. Come off the
yeah,
ledge.
yeah. Their pocketbooks are still gonna get lined this year. Don't panic. But no, I think this is a great move on their part. I think they're picking just the right time because I mean, even myself, I was getting a little fatigued when I did hear about um, Syndicate coming out. I was like, okay, I guess like another Assassin's Creed game. Okay,
Another
you know,
Brotherhood. Ooh.
yeah. But I think I think this might be a good thing for them because I think they're hitting it just at the right time as far as making it so people aren't going to be like, oh, great, another freaking title that I have to buy now. The exact same franchise that hasn't done anything with its story or anything like that the last how many years. So I think it's personally a good move on their part. I think a lot of other brands need to kind of take a note from their book.
Yeah, and I was actually just getting ready to say the same thing. Like, I feel like there's a lot of ongoing, yearly released headlining titles that come out that could use a break and a revamp. And okay, let's take a look at this game and give these people who've been following our game for years and years and years something they can really be proud of, and it's really going to reinvigorate their love for this game that they spend so much time.
No, totally. And like, look at Black Ops 3 this year. Now that they've gone to every 3 years, each company does it. Look how much better Black Ops
Titles
3.
are.
Like, I honestly think the reason Black Ops 3 is so big this year is because of that reason. Because they took that time off. Like, I don't know. I mean, and we'll never know. I mean, for all we know, this could have been the next big. This Black Ops 3 could have been the next big game.
Yeah,
Would it have been 3 years? Would it have been 2 years? It doesn't matter.
true.
You know. But I don't know. I think anytime you take a break from a game is better.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I mean, from someone like me who hasn't played a lot of Assassin's Creed, like I played all the way through the first one and the second one, and that's when it kind of gets spotty for me. But for people like you who follow the entire series, don't worry, guys. It's not a game that's dead.
No, no.
They're just trying to make sure that their next release is
That much better.
that much better. Exactly. They're trying to take
And then,
advantage of the next gen technology. They're trying. I mean, this game. I remember Assassin's Creed One being so freaking laggy when you would get into the Eagle Vision points. I
true.
mean, so laggy because they were trying to see the whole open world, get it all rendered while you're jumping from this tower, and it's like it was lagging all the time. I just remember that from Assassin's Creed 1, lagging all.
Yeah, exactly. No, and something else you got to think about, especially when it comes to this particular franchise, and a lot of the franchises that do come out every year. I think the main reason Syndicate was even released when it was probably because it was already canned as coming out this year. Because
Right,
the problem
right.
is it was already so far developed. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to cancel the game then? I mean, nobody would ever do that. Nobody.
But it's been
I mean,
done. It's been done.
it has been done, but I don't know. I mean, the when a game's already as far in the books, because they already had all the marketing material and everything done for Syndicate,
Right.
it's hard to cancel the game.
No, yeah, I get it.
Or not cancel the game, but just delay the game. You know. Um, Now, I mean, I think a lot of other like I think like okay, as an example, we've already brought up and didn't really talk about, but Ghost Recon. When's the last time a Ghost Recon game came out?
Advanced Warfighter 2, which would have been in like what, mid to early 2000s?
Hmm.
So probably
Exactly.
5 to 10 years, somewhere in there.
And look how much better, like how pumped, like I'm like I was watching a clip for Honor, and I saw that come up, and I was like, oh shoot, that's right, I totally forgot
Dude,
about
I
that game.
cannot wait for that Honor game.
You know, yeah, for Honor's going to be, yeah, I think for Honor's going to be the next another big title coming up, but that's a whole other situation.
Whole nother
Um,
video.
yeah, but I think a lot. I think especially if they wait their year, Assassin's Creed, whatever it is, comes out. I think, and it does extremely well. I
Right,
am
right,
willing to put money down right now that a lot more companies go, you know what, maybe we should wait an extra year. Maybe we should, hold off a little bit and see what happens.
right. Oh yeah, because they're
You
gonna
know,
they're gonna have a business model to go off of.
yeah. Now, will that happen for sure? For sure. No. Do I think it'll happen? Yeah. I think I think a lot I think a lot of people are probably going to end up picking up the next the next Assassin's Creed because they want to see like, what did that extra year do for them?
What a year gives them, right?
What did that extra year do for them? And the other big thing about this too that people need to remember is so this development team that's actually working on Assassin's Creed is the same team that brought us Black Flag. So with that being said, I mean Black Flag
Which I
was
heard was
probably the
one of the more
last.
positive titles.
Oh, Black Flag was awesome.
That was the
If you
pirate
want to be a
ship one, right?
pirate, yeah. If you want to be a pirate, which who doesn't want to be a pirate?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to drink rum?
You
Yeah,
want to
there
drink
you go.
rum and be a pirate?
Be a pirate. Yeah. Okay, then this is the game for you. Um, so yeah, guys, I think if this does turn out to be an extremely successful adventure, especially for a company like Ubisoft, where they're a big publisher, they're gigantic, really. Um, so yeah, I bet you if it ends up turning out to be really a really good thing, that we end up seeing a lot more people go, yeah, maybe we should wait.
Yeah, it's like the one person's family who took a seat of their. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's like the daughter or somebody, a younger kid who vows to their parents that they'll never have sex, and the parents, after seeing them follow it through for so long, gets them a brand new car. Well, then all of a sudden everybody doesn't want to have sex because, well, their parents might buy them a car too.
Exactly.
That was a
Yeah,
way
no, that's a
roundabout to get
perfect.
that out, but I mean, it's, where I'm
Well,
coming from.
you got there. You got there.
I did.
It's a little weird to get. The path was a little shaky, but we had
Touch
to get
awkward, but that's okay.
but no, I mean, and I think that if this ends up going well, then I think we'll definitely end up seeing more of this down the road.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is always a good thing, in my opinion. I think that's an awesome situation to be in. That we're going to start seeing more games, because I remember back when, freaking. I mean, look how long it was between Halo 1 and Halo 2.
What, 3? Was it 3 years?
3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. Because they had the luxury, Bungie had the luxury of being in a time where if you're interested in a popular title, you didn't have to come out with a title every single year.
True that.
Not like it is now, where we're in this genre of you need to have a big title coming out every single year. It has to be AAA. It has to be this. It has to be that. So, no, I think it's a great thing, and I hope more people do it. Do you have anything else you want to throw in this one?
Yeah, just to kind of to wrap this up a little bit. Like I said, I definitely want to sit down and play the Assassin's Creed. The couple ones that I haven't played, like 3, Black Flag, Brotherhood, I heard wasn't that good. I played a little bit of that, but
it was alright.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I think people need to see the positive side of this move to take a break and really take a step back and give the fans who pretty much keep you employed something new and fresh if you've been an ongoing yearly game. So
yeah, no, I really hope it works out, because I really hope we start seeing more people delay their games a year if they're an every year title. Obviously, the sports guys won't do it. But
sports.
Obviously, the sports guys won't do it.
Yeah, obviously.
It has to come out every year.
Call of Duty's slowing down either way.
But I think they're doing it right though, because it's 2 years.
Well, it's
like
3 years.
Treyarch has like 2 years to come out with a game.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, 2 years. You're right.
Because you got to think about that. That last year, how much are you really adding? 0.
True.
Honestly, I mean, that's something you got to, you kind of have to think about is, yeah, it is 3 years technically, but the last like 9 months of that third year, you're not adding anything to the game. And so that's just something we all need to think about.
Right.
But yeah, guys, so hopefully more games take a hint from these guys, and we'll be seeing a few less titles every year, but more quality titles every year.
Oh yeah, especially the ones that matter. We don't need any more Barbie's horse racing games.
Hey man, don't be knocking until you try it. That's all I'm saying.
Alright guys, and as always, if you guys have any suggestions for topics or anything to comment on the topic we've been talking about, leave those comments in the comment box below. Always, any links in the description, we put them there for a reason. Please click on those. Show some love to all our social medias, all our Twitters. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're doing big things with this emergent production. So, as always, as Keymasters just saying, we play games to make gains.
And haters gonna hate because they hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us. We'll see you guys next video.
Peace.